Okay, one more time, I repeat these statements. See, what is an exception? Exception is an abrupt event happened during the execution of a program. And exception handling. So, what is mean by exception handling? Exception handling is nothing but the taking care of that particular exception. How many ways of exception handling we have in Java? There are mainly 5 types. Okay, what are they? Try catch, try multiple catch, try catch with multiple clauses, and final. So the final keyword we will use with the try catch, and we have throw and throws keyword. So when I should use this exception handling way? First of all, we should know what are the type of exceptions we have in the Java, and where do I use these. So we have mainly two type of exceptions. One is checked exception, and another is unchecked exception. Now, how should I differentiate the checked exception and unchecked exceptions? Checked exceptions are subclasses of exception. Unchecked exceptions are subclass of runtime exceptions. And checked exception has one more definition: is the checked exception can detected by the compiler whether the compiler will say to us whether this exception will occur in future. So these kind of exceptions are checked exceptions. And runtime exceptions are the compiler may not know this exception will occur in future, but during the runtime it will detect that. For example, null pointer exception. The compiler will not know this exception will thrown during the compile time, but during the runtime the null pointer exception will thrown. Maybe some object is null. Okay. Do you guys understand till now? There is no doubts here.
Yeah,
Yes.
Ashish.
Yes.
Mm.
Yes.
Now where we are jumping to the throw and throws keyword. First of all, these throws keyword are used in a method signature level. Do you guys know what is meant by method signature?
Yes.
Ah,
Yes.
yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
Yes. Pass
So in the
method.
method,
Method name,
so
parameters.
so what we have, I will write here access specifier,
Modifier.
mm,
Yes.
access modifier, next what we will have
Type.
return type,
Method name,
method name.
parameters.
If we have any parameters. Next, here we're going to write
Throws.
Throws.
throws. To whom I should use this throws keyword? Which type of exception I should use this throw keyword?
Checked
Only
exception.
for checked exceptions.
Checked exception.
Yeah. The throws keyword has a functionality to handle the only checked exceptions. Okay. Either you can handle the checked exception, the try catch, or a throws keyword. But actually, in a throws keyword, we are not handling the exception. We are carrying the exception to the next statement. Do you guys understood this? Throws keyword will not handle the exception, but it will carry the exception. We will see how those are working. Now, I know one checked exception, that is interrupted exception. So by using that interrupted exception, so I'm doing the program here. Okay. So I waited for 3 seconds. Now it is saying unhandle exception type, either handle with a throws keyword or a surround with a try catch. So the check tips has a two-way of handling. Either we can handle with a try catch or we can handle with a throws declaration. If I go with a throws declaration, now you see thread.sleep will throw an interrupted exception, which is a checked exception. So I am handling through a throws keyword. So throws keyword and the exception type. Okay.
Interrupted exception.
Now, how should I call this to main method?
Static code.
Tell me, how should I call the above method?
Test.
You want to create
Create an object.
Okay.
Test1.
exception class.
Exception
Exception
class.
dot
Class.
object name
Object name is equal to
new class. OB.
Okay, exception class, class constructor. Hmm. Did I missing anything? Exception cyclet. Okay. Now exception dot test1. Now you see your unhandled exception, interrupt exception. So we are carrying the exception from that particular method to the main method. If I use a throws keyword here, so I am throws the exception from main method to somewhere where I'm throwing this.
JVM.
Okay, so now tell me what the JM will do.
I mean, it'll execute. Oh,
Execute the
Okay,
program.
it will execute the program or till the end of the statement, or it will throw the exception.
it will throw the exception.
It will not throw the exception. JVM consider the exception and executes.
Not handle. It will
The
handle
JVM will
the
not handle the exception. It
Yes.
simply
will not.
suppose you are giving the exception to the JVM. It simply stop the execution. Suppose in any case, the threads dot sleep, whenever the multi-threading concept, if you have any idea about multi-threading concept, if any one thread interrupts this particular thread, then we will get this interrupt exception. But actually Java no, this interrupt exception can occur in future. So that is the reason already saying to us, okay, handle this exception. So what the JVM will do means, whenever the interruption happen with those threads, the JVM definitely will throw interrupt exception. So it will not handle that exception. So that is whenever you are came to reach of this main method, so you should handle this exception with a try catch only. So you should handle manually. You should not give the exception to JVM. You should remove this.
Okay, so though we delegate the exception to the caller method, we should handle
Hmm.
it somewhere, isn't it, Jesse?
Yes.
Okay.
The
Okay.
throws keyword only carry the exception.
Okay.
Throws. Sorry, not throws.
Oh, yeah. So if we don't handle it in the main method and just write throws the interrupted exception,
Hmm.
will it stop the program execution?
Definitely it will stop because you're giving to JVM, but the JVM
Yeah.
doesn't have the functionality to
Handling
handle
throws.
the checked exceptions.
Okay. Okay.
Hello.
Yes.
Yes. That means these exception will keep it with them. Like whenever it happens, then only it will throw.
Yeah, whenever the checked exception occurred, then only it will do that.
So
Usually, if
till
you
then,
are right,
till then it will keep with them. So,
I didn't get your point, Sina.
yeah, no. So like till the exception happened, throughout the time it will keep it with them.
See, let me, what I understand, I will tell you. You are saying uh, it will not, it is saying us to keep the handle the interrupted exception. But again, you are saying uh, in future, if may occur only, it will throw the exception. If we are not, if it is not occurring, for example, in this program, we don't have any thread interruption, so it will execute the program. But in case in future you got interruption, then it will throw the interrupt exception in the in a console. As of now, it doesn't have interruption. That is the reason it is not throwing that. You guys understood this?
Shishidhar, one doubt, Shishidhar. If you not mentioned throws exception in at the method level, we can access through directly a main method, Shishidhar. Is it possible?
So you are saying I didn't get your point. Your throws.
Actually, we have mentioned there in the method level, no, the fifth line, we have mentioned throws is
Hmm.
the interrupted exception.
Hmm.
Instead of throwing there, shall we execute in the main method? I mean, after main string args is there, no? Can
Hmm.
we pass there?
This line number 5. So I have written some code here. So this code throwing the exception. So that is the reason I am by using throws keyword I'm carrying the interrupt exception. If we so now the exception is carried to the main method.
Hmm.
Okay.
Hmm.
So from
Hmm.
here, so you okay now add throws keyword. Now see, based on your statement, I had the interrupt
Hmm.
exception here. So what will
Hmm.
happen now?
Hmm. Hmm.
So suppose if there is
Hmm.
no exception in
Hmm.
this program, then it will execute the code. So it will you not having any disruptions.
Hmm.
But if you have any interruption during the execution of program, then JVM will throw the exception.
Hmm.
So you are not you are handling this exception during the compile time only. You are not handling the this exception during the runtime. The throws
Yeah,
keyword will
yeah,
help
yeah,
to
yeah. Got it, Shishidhar.
Hmm.
Anyway, it's an
Throws keyword.
compile time error. No, why
Compile.
you are telling that? Why should we have to put in the main method? We can mention in an
Hmm.
sub method only. No,
Sub.
is it okay
Yes,
like
yes,
that? You are telling. Yeah, got it,
yes.
Shishidhar.
See, the throws keyword will help us to handle the exception during the
Mm-hmm.
compile time. The try
Mm-hmm.
catch block will help us to handle the exception during the runtime.
Okay, okay.
Now,
That means
hmm.
for only compile time exceptions, we have to use throws keyword.
See here, the throws the throws keyword we should use only for checked exception, nothing but compile time
Checked
exception.
exceptions. That's what I'm asking.
Okay. But here, what happening is we are not handling the exception, but we are handling, as I told, we are handling the exception during the compile time only.
Again, to handle the exceptions, we have to use the try catch block.
Yeah, if in maybe there is a possibility in future you will get this exception during the runtime.
Okay, that's what we have to use the try catch block again.
Yeah, so we shouldn't throw the exception from the main method. Why? Because main method is a last the method for first method where the execution starts.
Yes.
So we shouldn't throw the checked exception from the main method because there is no one to catch the exception. You guys
We have
understood
to
that?
use it only the method we have created in.
So suppose we have a lot of n number of methods. So you are getting n number of exceptions from the method. So you should handle in the main method by using try catch.
Here we have used only one method. That's what we are throws exception only for the particular method only.
Now I will ask question to you in the same topic. Whether I should use the throws keyword from the main method.
Yes.
You
Yeah,
can use,
yeah.
but not preferable.
See, whatever I told till now, it's just a waste, I guess.
No. Actually,
No.
we had listened in some video. Actually, Shashidhar, it has worked at the main method also. For that reason, I have asked a question: is it possible or like that?
No,
Just
see,
no.
definitely.
Okay. Now got it, Shishter. You have clarified our doubt. You now got it. It is impossible. It is not. I mean, it will not work. Where we can
In
use
main
in
method.
main method. Now
Main
got
method.
it.
I will execute this program. See, as of now, we don't have any interrupt. There is no chance of occurring the interrupt exception. So that is the reason it executed the program. Either you are using the throws keyword interrupt. So we don't have any interruption here. If in future, if we have any interruption, definitely JVM will throw the interruption exception. So during the compile time, we are handling the exception. But coming to the runtime, we should use the try catch. Okay.
Oh, okay.
So we can do this, but we shouldn't encourage that. Syntactically it's correct, but we shouldn't do that.
Okay.
Now coming to the throw keyword. The throw keyword is help us to throw the exception. So nothing but throws keyword will help us to handle the exception or will help us to carry the exception. But coming to the throw keyword will help us to throw the exception. For example, yesterday I have written one program. So in this, the element is not displayed. Okay. So in this case, what I'm going to do, just I will keep as a false. Here in else statement, going to throw new exception. Can be no such exception. Let me search element. in this element not displayed. Okay, this is the main method. See, exception thread main, no such element exception. Element not displayed. Whatever the message we have passed here, here it is. So element, what are the message we have passed here? See, element not displayed, and throw new, no such element. Whatever the exception, the class name we are providing, a constructor. This is a constructor. Okay, this constructor and new. Do you guys understood the difference between throws and throw keyword?
Yeah. Got it, Shishidhar.
Yes.
Sorry, Sasha. Sorry for the interrupting. Actually, China, I think he's waiting in lobby. Actually, he has got disconnected for some network issues.
Ask him to
No, I have
join again.
admitted, no? No, I have admitted, Shishidhar.
Okay.
Good morning, Shishidhar.
Good morning. Okay. What else we need to discuss in this? One little concept I like to highlight. Here, from here, throw new. What type of exception is? Say guys, this is a constructor. Now, this is a class, and this is a object. Okay. Now, understand these statements. This is an RHS. This is an LHS, and this is an object. Okay.
Yeah. Okay.
So, do you guys get any idea? So, somewhere I'm giving the RHS in cache block. I should keep the LHS. So somewhere I'm giving the memory, and somewhere I'm caching that memory, like to store this object. So in the E, it has this memory. Okay, if you have any doubts, we will discuss that. If not, we'll go to the next topic.
Sisner, sorry, what is the conclusion for saying LHS and this is RHS?
This is object creation statement. See,
Okay, just we
this
will understand that is. Okay, thank you.
means whatever the exception you are throwing, you should handle with the same
we'll
class,
hold it
or
in
you can go with the parent class.
Okay. Yep.
So next topic, we'll go for the annotations.
Yeah.
So what is an annotation? So I will give a simple definition. I'm not going with a technical stuff. Okay. So annotation it has a syntax. So it will in Java it is represented with a It starts with the rate of and some name. Okay, and it has some backend functionality. Based on that, it will execute the a particular methods. So this annotation will be always either class level. It can be a method level. So in the method on top of the method signature, we will place these annotations. For example, override. So what this annotation will do during the implementation of interface method, it will override the method implementation, and whatever the implementation we're going to keep in a implementation class, it will we get the particular overridden implementation when you are calling that method. In the same way, the test engine has a few annotations. These annotations will help us to execute the test cases. And suppose for every test case, we require the test data. We require prerequisites. So every time, for example, in a main method, what I'm going to do, I will keep on opening the browser and quitting the browser. So in these between these two steps, I have some my test case code. So for every test case, I should do this. So what the test engine is bringing to us, so with the help of these annotations, we can reduce the duplication of code. Okay. So what are the annotations we have? We will go to the Google and we will check that. Let's see. TestNg documentation.
ఏదో ఒకటి అనండి వస్తానని అవును.
See, we have these number of annotations. We copy all. Now, what is the before suit? So before suit, we will start with the before suit only. So before suit is that before execution of suit, this annotated method will execute. The same way after suit. After suit is whenever we are annotating this with the after suit, that method will execute after completion of execution of suit. Then it will execute after suit. The same way it has a before groups, after groups, before class, after class, before method, after method, and before test, after test. For example, we having the test annotated method. Before test annotated method, it will execute the before test. Okay, and suppose the test completed, there is a method annotated with after test, then it will execute after test method. We will see in practically, you will get an idea. Now I need to create a one test method. Public void test. Okay. Right. Now, what are the annotations we have?
Before suit.
Let me copy all these two programs. What we will write? This is a I am in a test. So I am in a before test. Now we will execute this. I don't want to confuse you. Okay. Unless TestNg test. See, I am at a before suit. So before execution of test, so suppose we have in a hierarchy suit, tester, like classes like that. We have on a hierarchy. So based on hierarchy, it will execute all these added methods. Okay. So before see, we have the test method here. Where it is. So we have the test method here. So before execution of test, it will execute the before test annotated method. So before execution of before test annotated method, it will execute before suit annotated method. Okay. So now tell me what is the hierarchy? Here I will write down.
Before.
So suit. Next inside a suit.
Test. Before test.
Test.
Then class. Before class.
So we will see that. So we have the test. Whether the class will come inside the test or outside the test. Where it is before class. After class. All right. See, I am before suit, I am before test, I am before class. So after the test, see, after the before test, it will execute a before class. Okay, then it is coming to the test method. Later on, same after class, after test. So this is how the hierarchy will be. So not bad. So we have methods also. So how should the hierarchy suit level? Suit. Inside a suit, I will have a test. Sorry. What I will have? Class. Okay. So inside a class, I will have method. Before I'm saying before method. So inside the test. And same we will have whatever the before happened, the same way after will happen. So now I am at a before suit, before test, before class, test. Okay, we will see for methods also. See, I am at before suit, I am at before test, before class, before method, then coming to the test. The same way, the hierarchy will repeat. But you are saying for one test, then how it will execute for two tests? Suppose I having a two test cases, how this will execute? Test two, test one, test. Now you guys tell me how it will do that.
For second test also, it will execute after method and before method. Then it will execute test again test
So,
two.
so you are saying after all execution of these annotated for what test one, it will do the same thing for a test two.
Only method test, only before method and after method.
Mm-hmm. Oh, what happened here? I mean, test two. Where is the test one?
Test one.
Okay.
After method, before method, and test two again.
Before method, test one, after method. Before method, test two, after method.
For test two also, it will perform again test after method and before method, and then it will execute class, test, and suit after suit.
In case we having before method one extra before method we have. How it will execute? Before method where it is. Run as. Let's run this. You guys see? So for how many number of before methods we have? It will execute before the test method. Test annotated method. Sorry. Okay. So after the test one, it will execute the after method. Then again for test two, it executed before method one, before method two. Then after
But why?
came to the.
But why can't this test one and test two will not come like test one, test two after method? Why it is not coming?
Actually, it's internal implementation. The hierarchy they have given us is um, inside the class we have the methods. Okay, understand this
Yeah.
statement. Inside the class we have the methods, and
Yes.
what we have annotated for those methods test. So the method is test.
Okay.
Test method. Now I am saying before method. Now how it should execute before this test method?
After the execution of before method.
See, when should this before annotated method will work? Before the execution of this method. You guys didn't understand it. How should I take? See, consider this a method. Okay, test method is a normal method. Okay, method. I am saying before method. If office is at 9 o'clock, okay, you should be attend before. You should have them at 9 o'clock or before the 9 o'clock. So you are saying the before before method should execute, before execution of this method.
Test. Okay.
The annotation itself for defining us, it should execute before the execution of test method, and after execution of after method annotation will work after the execution of a test method. We have a method like that. Don't read the method Java methods as a annotations. So whatever the meaning annotation we have, based on that meaning only it will execute.
Yeah, understood. Clear. Thank you.
Anything we can discuss here. Groups, I will tell you when we go to the attributes. At the time, I will tell you this. So let me do with the third test case. Test case the same. It will repeat before and after. Test case 3. Okay. See guys, what is the importance of testing is one important main importance here. We have the reports. So we are getting the reports here. You guys noticed that when you're practicing this, we have all the reports. So index.html, one of the test report, all sorts, test, like that. Go to the internet, understand what are the terms we have in that report. We will discuss this if possible, we will discuss in the future classes. Okay. That's it from my end today.
Yeah.